television and literature are filled with haunting images and stories of angels and near-death experiences. People are frequently distressed when they perceive they are in the midst of paranormal happenings. Professional ghostbusters are often called in to determine if these occurrences are of supernatural origin. They employ such devices as thermal radiometers, oscilloscopes, magnetometers, and video surveillance equipment. The Banta Inn in Banta, California was constructed in 1879. The last 25 years it has been the scene of a number of paranormal phenomena. In other words, it seems the Banta Inn is haunted. Current owner Joan Borland tells us about it.
And we've had many incidences. We've had change stack in the cash register, objects moving, candles lighting, doors slam, doors open. We've had sightings by 3 different people. We've had bells ring in the kitchen.
Joan believes the entity bedeviling the staff and customers of the Banta Inn is Tony Gukin, the previous owner who died of cardiac arrest behind the bar in 1968. To find out more about the curious happenings at the inn, Joan contacted the Office of Paranormal Investigations in Orinda, California.
All right, good.
Loyd Auerbach, a parapsychologist with eminent credentials, and his associate director, Barbara Gallagher, traveled to the Banta Inn to investigate the phenomena. They also enlisted the aid of veteran parapsychologist Kerry Gaynor.
I want to thank you for sitting down and answering.
While the staff is being interviewed, Kerry and Loyd set up the equipment.
Well, it's pretty much an everyday happening. It's nothing to see pots and pans fly, beer bottles fly. He never does anything to hurt anyone. It's just mischievous.
Once in a while, the door will lock by itself, the front door. And usually if there's some sort of little incident or something, it's like Tony the ghost will look after whoever's here. So therefore, we didn't have to deal with them anymore.
Thereby separating the people who were fighting.
Right.
Yeah. You mentioned the coin stacking
Yes.
in the cash register. Can you tell me about what the significance of that is?
From what I understand, he had a habit of stacking the coins, and he would stack them in the till himself, and this was just a little quirk that he had.
One of the more unique facets about this particular case happens to be people over the years who did not know Tony Gukin, who were able to pick him up out of a lineup, so to speak, out of a photo lineup. We came through with a Japanese psychic by the name of Aiko Gibo. Mrs. Gibo, who had not been to this place, did not know anything, apparently saw the ghost of a man in the front bar area. When I brought her in the back room, I asked her to look around the room and tell me if anything looked familiar or anyone looked familiar on the wall. There are a number of photographs, including photographs of individual people, couples, groups of people. She picked Tony Gukin out with one quick look around the room. That's happened a number of times. People have been able to pick him out, having seen supposedly an apparition and not seen what he looked like and not knowing that this picture was Tony Gukin's. They've been able to identify that. That's important because that means that something else is going on. Whether there's a ghost here or not, there is something going on that allows people to identify who this ghost supposedly was without having known anything about this place.
Setting up the equipment is a complicated affair. Video cameras with built-in recorders are aimed at probable locations. A thermal radiometer is adjusted so that a base temperature reading can be taken. A baseline magnetometer reading is set on the oscilloscope. Then the painstaking search begins for areas with abnormal readings.
It was just for a moment, yeah. It's shot right up at multiplied by 10.
Soon, Loyd detects a mysterious and elusive electromagnetic field.
And then it's just dropped back to the baseline.
Further evidence of Tony's presence occurs when the bartender checks the cash register.
These weren't stacked before.
You see how he's stacking right here? Good job, Tony. See the quarters? Look at all that.
Do you feel that Tony's around right now?
Yeah, I do.
On one video recording, a placemat was seen floating off the table. Just at the same time, there was some sort of electronic interference. Was it poltergeist activity or a stray breeze?
Tonight we came into the restaurant for another try to see if we could pick up any phenomena. Joni at one point did feel that Tony was around, and we did for a short time get some very unusual readings on the magnetometers. It's kind of hard when you're here only for a short time to really hope for anything, but we had hoped for something to happen as we normally do. But we did talk to a number of people, and including the bartender, who had several experiences here. And it's the people, the witnesses themselves, that are the best evidence in many respects. Although we really want to try to see something happen, it's talking to the people and hearing things along the way that help us determine if there's any sort of pattern or anything we can do next and how we want to proceed with the future investigations.
For the time being, the mysterious happenings at the Banta Inn remain just that, mysterious. As long as paranormal phenomena occur, and until we have the definitive answer to life after death, the quest will continue, no matter how bizarre the circumstances.